One of Montana's most elegant show palaces is the Ellen Theater in downtown Bozeman. It has a colorful backstory with ties to that famous book and movie, Lonesome Dove. It's named after a woman named Ellen Story.
Ellen Story was married to Nelson Story. Nelson Story was part of the cattle drive, that Lonesome Dove cattle drive from Texas to this valley, and one of the founding families of Bozeman and this area. And so two sons of Ellen and Nelson Story built this theater. They named it for their mom.
The Story brothers opened the Ellen in 1919. Bozeman had never seen anything like it.
There was only 6,000 people living in the entire valley back then, and they built this big, beautiful theater that held 700 people. They had a budget of $100,000, and they ended up spending $200,000.
That was a lot of money back in 1919, but the brothers were putting Bozeman on the map.
The boiler that they put in the basement could heat a building 3 times this size. I mean, this is a town in the middle of Montana that cattle ranchers were building, and it's very plush, very elegant.
People from all over the valley came to see the latest silent movies, but the Ellen hosted all kinds of events.
Popular movie house, traveling operas, the town symphony played here.
In its early days, it was a popular vaudeville house, that diverse live entertainment forum that drew crowds everywhere. The Ellen attracted some of the best.
Probably the most famous was Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy, the famous ventriloquist. Vivian Vance was here in a show in 1929. She was Ethel from I Love Lucy. Sally Rand was an extremely well-known fan dancer at the time, burlesque.
The biggest cities on the vaudeville circuit in the region were Denver, Seattle, San Francisco, and Butte. Butte boasted 9 theaters, all bigger than the Ellen. The Ellen caught traffic en route to Seattle.
You got to take the train, and it would come by through Bozeman, and it would play here one night.
In the back of the theater is a huge doorway. What was that for?
Behind the theater, there were railroad tracks, and for a vaudeville house, the trains would pull up, and they would be able to pull the scenery out of the back of the train, stand it up, and walk it through these, I think they're 35-foot high doors, pretty high.
When vaudeville gave way to radio and the silence to talkies, the Ellen moved with the times. It continued to be a major movie theater through Hollywood's golden age. But people eventually started going to multiplexes and later stayed home to plug in VHS tapes. Now they can stream movies. The Ellen closed for a time.
So big theaters like this got turned into Gap, Banana Republic, bookstores.
John was a television writer in Hollywood. In 1995, John helped form Montana Theater Works, a local nonprofit community theater group. After 10 years of successful shows, Montana Theater Works, with the help of donors, was able to purchase the Ellen. 50,000 people come to the Ellen Theater every year. One of the keys to its success is a diversity of programming.
We'll put on a play, a comedy, a drama. We'll put on a musical, films. We have concerts. We have lectures.
John says it is a challenge, but fans of all kinds of entertainment enjoy the glamorous surroundings of a great old theater. The ladies' restroom's been renovated like fans would have found it in the 1920s. The seats, imported from St. Louis, in the balcony are just like new.
On the original blueprints, it says that these 2 rows were for the theater owner's family and friends. This is the ballroom, the Ellen Ballroom. It was a party room, you know, for the owners of the building. This was actually a dumbwaiter back here.
It's been renovated as close as possible to its heyday. It's a gathering place for special events.
We had Lily Tomlin up here and did a meet and greet, Tony Shalhoub, Judy Collins.
Here at the Ellen, the dazzle of the theater and every phase of its allure still shine. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.